Everybody calls you Mix or Coach Mix nowadays, but before Mix, you were our Miggy, so I'm addressing you now as Miggy. Before you went to Lasal Preschool, you spent 1 year in Salingpusa School near our place, and I was incredibly proud when you were awarded Most Outstanding Student at the end of that school year. When you transferred to Lasal, still in preschool, same thing happened. You were already showing us who you were becoming. You were always top 5 of your class, whether in science, math, or any other subject. I was incredibly proud of the discipline, focus, and determination, even at a very, very young age. I was incredibly proud when you chose to take up karate with your cousin Bongo, even when I was secretly hoping you'd choose basketball instead. Actually, I remember I really tried to convince you, but sabi mo, Daddy, karate lang talaga ako. And when you later shifted to Taekwondo, made up your mind and worked hard at it, I was proud to see you improve in something you chose for yourself. Pero pinilit din kita mag-basketball, but ayaw mo eh. I was incredibly proud the day you picked up your first basketball, and I was very happy. And a lot of times you joined my PBL team at 6 or 7 years old, shooting hoops with Gary David or Alex Compton and some of my players before our daily practice. I was incredibly proud when you told me you wanted to shift from Taekwondo to basketball and asked me to train you. I was incredibly proud again when you joined the Lasal Green Hills basketball camp that summer and was included in the top 10 of that group of, I think, over 100 players. I was more than proud when you cracked the lineup of LSJH SBP team, the youngest at 8 years old, with Kiefer Ravena, among others, as your teammate. And I was incredibly proud again when you at 10 years old averaged 12 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. Of course, no blocks, but eventually being named the MVP that year while competing against players like the Nieto brothers, Aaron Black, Jolo Mendoza, Anton Asistio from Ateneo, or the other school, as what Brother Berg used to say. Now, many of these players, both your opponents and teammates, are your players. I was incredibly proud when you were included in the mythical 5 of the Batang PBA, playing against the best of the best in the elementary division. I was incredibly proud of your 9 years playing for Lasal Green Hills until the last year of high school and winning 4 championships for your alma mater. What many people don't know is that for 9 or 10 years of your playing years, you were injured or playing through pain, not for glory, but for your love of your school. And I was incredibly proud of your discipline, how you faithfully finished rehab, returned to training, fell down, stood up again and again, countless of times. Hindi ko na mabilang kung gaano karami. And those experiences shaped your character more than any trophy ever could. As a student athlete, while other classmates or batchmates of yours went home at 4 in the afternoon, I watched you come home, of course, with your number 1 fan, our family driver, Torits, na hanggang ngayon is your driver. You come home at 9 in the evening, eat dinner alone, study until midnight or 1 in the morning, then wake up again at 5, repeating the same routine for years, paulit-ulit. Nakita ko sa iyo, that kind of discipline and character stays with the person for life. And I saw that in you. I forced you to study in UST, my alma mater, although your preference was the Green School during your college years. And I was incredibly proud when you almost cracked the lineup of my Tigers. Actually, kasama ka na dapat, but was not able to play when another injury forced you to make the difficult decision to focus on finishing your sports science degree than doing rehab again. I remember telling you to try again one last time, but you chose what you felt was right, and I respected that. Actually, ang sabi ko sa'yo, Migs, I want you to be in a Tigers uniform. Just give me one more year. Kaya mong mag-rehab yan, but wala na akong magawa kasi you want to finish school kasi pinagdadrop ka ng subjects para maka-attend ng daily practices. I was incredibly proud when you went to the US to deepen your knowledge of strength and conditioning, even training American football players. I was incredibly proud when you returned a second time to further hone your craft and was telling me things that you have learned. I was incredibly proud when you established the Daytona performance and began training elite basketball and volleyball players, both in the collegiate and pro ranks. I was incredibly proud when you were hired by a PBA team and later when you joined DLSU, even though I was hoping you'd choose my alma mater. Remember, I was convincing you to take the offer of Pido to work for UST, but you told me that you'd rather work for your Archers. By then, I knew you already had a mind of your own. Watching your team win 2 of the last 3 UAP championship only confirmed what I already knew. I will forever remember crying while hugging you after the final buzzer 3 years ago. One time I was with you in the car going to a provincial game of Phoenix, and I remember warning you to, Mix, please slow down to avoid burnout as you juggled online classes, seminars, and full work days. I remember you telling me, I'm like you, Dad. When I want something, I give it my all. But Migs, all of these achievements mean nothing compared to the man you have become. I am incredibly proud, not just of what you've accomplished, but your character, your discipline, and the way you live your life now. Because of the discipline and determination in anything you want to accomplish in life, I know you will be a good husband to Mia, my baby moon now, and a good father to your future kiddos. I also want to say I'm sorry for the times I drew a hard line between being your father and being your very first skills coach. I remember telling you, when I'm coaching you, I'm not your father anymore. I'm your coach. I know that strained our relationship many times and I regret that. Finally, I also want to say something. I grew up in a time when parents didn't say, I love you. I'm sure your lolo and lola loved us, but those words were never spoken. And because of that, you never heard me say them growing up, then and now. So let me say this clearly now, Miggy. I am incredibly proud to be your father. And I love you with all my heart.